So we've come to Norway to do some videos, some writing, some investigation, and building some content for our workshops and books and materials. And then we drove here from France, where we live, through Luxembourg, which didn't take very long, all through Germany, up through Hamburg, up through Denmark, up through Sweden, and then into Norway. And we're now sat in a 200-year-old converted barn in the middle of nowhere in Norway. But what we noticed as we drove up here, what is the difference between Denmark, Sweden and Norway? Nothing at all. I mean, okay, there's a few more Volvos in Sweden, and the drivers are excellent everywhere. They keep good distance, proximity and speed discipline. But from the motorway, from the freeway, every country looks about the same. They're full of trees and it's grassy, it's very pretty. Everybody's very polite and friendly. But from the motorway, it looks exactly the same. You can't really tell the difference. The only way we can tell the difference is when we get off the freeway and we go and actually interact with the locals, as we've done here. And then you start to get a sense for the difference, different language, different customs, different culture, different food. Don't try the pickled fish. But there's lots of differences between these countries that you don't see when you're on the freeway. And the challenge is in business that when we're on the internet, on the superhighway that we all look for information, if you like, everything tends to look the same because we're going through at such a pace. So when your business is online on LinkedIn or your website or wherever it is, we've got to be really careful that you look different, because at a speed that people look at you, if you're not very careful, you look just the same. So differentiation is the key. So if I look at your website, I look at your YouTube channel, if you have one, if you look at your LinkedIn page or your business pages, what stands out? Why would I click? Why would I stay on your site, look at what you do, get in touch and potentially work with you? What makes you stand out from the crowd? And this is called differentiation, because if we're not very careful, we get lost in the fog. There's so much stuff online. There's so many companies out there doing what, or say they're doing what you do. They never see the real you underneath. They don't hear your story, your content, your unique sales proposition. I was in Switzerland a couple of weeks ago meeting with a client, and we were talking about his story, and I suggested to him that he should tell his story. And we've all got one, but his story is obviously particular to him. Very powerful, very moving. Now, he's based in Australia, so when he went back home, he flew back from Frankfurt via Singapore to Australia. And he texted me from Singapore and he said, I'm sat in a bar, or I was sat in a bar, met a guy in the bar, got chatting. I told him my story, my uniqueness, what differentiates me in the market. I told him that story and he signed up as a client now. So he was over the moon with that, and likely, of course, he would be. But the real message is that what makes us unique and special isn't just the quality of your website or the graphics. It's your story, it's your why, it's your purpose, it's your passion. Put it out there, put it in video, put it in writing, put it on imagery, but make sure you stand out from the crowd. Otherwise, like Denmark, Sweden and Norway, you'll look the same as everybody else, and you're not. So it's important that you make that message stand out and look unique and special. Go to our website. There's lots of materials on there and templates you can download and books you can have a look at as well to help you build and develop your USP and your differentiation strategy.
Reflect and tell me how it tastes. It only cost about